Hello and welcome to Mzansi Stories Recap. I am back yet again reviewing one of your Mzansi favorites soapies, and in this video we are reviewing Sbongile and the Dlaminis. Now, a lot has been going on in Sbongile and the Dlaminis. One thing for sure is that Peteni is finally back, and Imbogonto that she is in taking care of her family. She was going through the most with her husband, and the recent discovered that her husband had an affair with the helper and had a child together. But Upeteni is back, bigger and stronger, and now taking care of her family, and even made the arrangements that she will be taking care of Nomfundo's son. Nomfundo will come and stay with them in the Dlamini mansion. And she went to Nomfundo, Peteni went to Nomfundo. She just couldn't wait to brag about it. And she was just like, baby, what were you having in mind? What were you having in mind, messing and fooling around with my hobby? My hobby is my hobby and forever will ever remain my hobby. He will not marry you. You will remain and forever be his side chick, but I will forever be his wife. And on top of that, I will raise your child. Now, this did not sit well with Unomfundo, as now Unomfundo make claims that her son Utemba ain't going nowhere. If they want Utemba, she too is coming along. Now, Kwenzo on the other hand, has recently made a new discovery told by Jabu that we know that the secrets of Nomalanga is finally out, even though the storyline did drag. But when it was finally revealed, I was pitying Unomalanga so much. Like, I felt so sorry for Unomalanga. I'm not even gonna lie. But Uwenzo did not take the news well, and Uwenzo did break up with Unomalanga into saying that, listen, Nomalanga, we just cannot start a relationship, let alone a marriage based on lies. So for that case only, I would like us to call everything off. And Nomalanga did not take it well, understandably so. She just also was going through the most into not trying to handle that Ugwenzo is actually breaking up with her. And Ugwenzo lets the whole family know ukuthi Unomalanga actually is fake and stage this whole pregnancy thing. Now, ugcina benovusi again, they were left, into because they knew about the secrets, but now it's the matter of save your own skin, kinda. That's the game that they are playing, that they will definitely and most likely saved their own skin until Ukwenzo was told by Ujabu. Guys, can someone please tell me what is Jabu's agenda? What is Jabu agenda? What does he has to gain in telling Ukwenzo that Uvusi, his brother, knew that Nomalanga was not pregnant all along? Well, Ukwenzo reacted by just exiting the family WhatsApp group, which it scared everyone. Everyone was in shock, including Peteni. Like I said, Peteni is the Mbogoto now. She is the Mbogoto. She's just out here. She wanted to find out answers from Uvusi. How can you not be bothered that your father actually exited WhatsApp group? Now, guys, so one of the more interesting storylines is Velepi storylines. Velepi storylines become more and more entertaining. Uvelepi, we all know that Uvelepi was married to Velepi's mother. Oh my gosh, not Velepi. Velepi was never married, please. Velepi's mother, Udeliwe, was married to Ubabakas Bongile, Uvuma. Uvuma is one of the good men ever portrayed on TV. Definitely Vuma takes the cup. That man is so disciplined and so loving and just so caring, he definitely take the cup of being one of the best men portrayed. And so he's a stepfather of Uvelepi and Usangweni. So now Uvelepi's father, this is after Deliwe's disappearance. Uveliwe, guys, has done some shenanigans. Deliwe will always be Deliwe. She has always been doing shenanigans. So she did shenanigans and she vanished. So now, hey, what kind of a mother is Deliwe? How do you just leave and leave your children behind with a stepfather? I know that I said Vuma is a great man, but still, these are not his biological kids. You just don't leave your kids behind, you get. So now Velepi has this new man who came and claimed that he is Velepi's biological father. Guys, I don't trust this man. Nothing, absolutely nothing in my body says I must trust him. Please, you all, tell me, how do you feel about him? Tell me all. You tell me, how do you feel about him? Please, you guys, tell me, how do you feel about this man? Like, I just don't trust him, and nothing in me says that I should trust him. Like, I do not trust this man at all, you all. Cha. So this man right here, he came and he claimed that he is Velepi's biological father, that he has been looking for Velepi, and Velepi, Deliwe just made it difficult that they form any form of relationship. He blames everything on Deliwe and say it's actually Deliwe's fault that they were not in each other's lives all along. Deliwe definitely has something to do with it. Yena, he has been longing to meet Uvelepi all this time, right? So Velepi fell for it. I don't know why, but Velepi fell for it, right? So now Velepi asked Ukutaibo, how about Usangweni? Don't you want to meet up with Usangweni and all that, right? So at first, this man, he pulls it off, he pulls it aside, that no, listen, I don't want to come, or rather to meet up with Usangweni as of yet, no, right? And he seemed happy that Uvelepi have a son, so he's happy that he's a grandfather now and all that, right? Now the problem comes with, like, where I started to be suspicious of him is when he shows a video of his mention. He shows this video to Uvelepi to say, listen, Velepi, look at this mention. This could be our mention, it could be our mention. I've made this house. This is my house. I built it. And everything in it can be yours, as long as you say that, listen, you want it, then it can be yours, right? Well, one thing about Velepi's character, baby girl loves glamour. She loves soft life. She has always been about soft life, so obviously for her to know that she have a rich dad, a cool dad, something that she's happy about. So therefore this man takes Uvelepi into his mansion, just to show Uvelepi around and all that. Uvelepi is just like, wow, this could have been cool, growing up in such a big luxurious house. It was a dream of hers growing up, And then Uvelepi suggests that, hi man, Usangweni though, we must bring Usangweni along. Hi, Kesana Obabaga Velepi just says that, Lalela, listen, wena Velepi, Sangweni is not my son. Sangweni is not my biological son. Sangweni looks nothing like me. You look like my late grandmother. Guys, honestly, immediate when he said that Sangweni is not his son because Sangweni doesn't look like him, it's when I knew right then and there that baby boy is a whole scammer, and only God knows what he's gonna do to Velepi. Only God knows what he's gonna do to Velepi. But this is bad news, you all. This looks like horrible news to me. Anyway, moving along to the next scene, we see Jabu Benovusi. Guys, can you all tell me what is Jabu's agenda? What is Jabu's agenda? Because baby boy have a huge one, not even a small agenda, a huge, a biggest agenda ever. Because like, please tell me why does he want Uvusi Nokwenzo to fight? Because that's just definitely what it seems like. I know that he has, kind of fallen for Usbongile and all, but still, I don't get why does he look like someone who wants Ukwenzo Benovusi to fight? What does he has to gain with Ukwenzo Benovusi fighting? He definitely look like he wants Ukwenzo Benovusi to fight and all that, and I'm just out here thinking ukuthi, but what does he has to gain? What does he has to gain? Why does he desperately wants Ukwenzo Benovusi to fight? So he did told Ukwenzo that Uvusi actually knew about the pregnancy all along, and Uvusi is out here thinking ukuthi, how could Ukwenzo, how could he found out that he knew about the pregnancy, and Uvusi is out here suspecting Unomalanga, and this makes this guy very happy because he understands that Vusi is cold right now. Cold, nowhere near, in understanding and finding out the truth that himself, Jabu, was involved in letting Kwenzo know that Uvusi knew all along about the pregnancy. Uvusi really doesn't seem bothered about the fact that Kwenzo have found out the truth. He just seems bothered about himself, what's that gonna do to their relationship as brothers and all that. Like, he's just worried about himself still having a good and a cool relationship with Ukwenzo. Now guys, let me tell you something. Someone told me that Uvusi is also not Njengaye's son. However, after all the blackmails that Njengaye received from Uvusi, only to find out that Vusi is not his biological son, kusazobalithi ke sana, kusazoshuba. Now, moving right along to the next scene where we saw Unomalanga going to visit Sbongile and Rens. Now, Unomalanga does say, you know what? She herself has exhausted all the options in the world, and she believes that the person that Ukwenzo needs right now is Sbongile, and Sbongile is just like, excuse me, ma'am, why would Ukwenzo need me, And Unomalanga does admit that herself, she cares about Uvusi so much, but I mean, she cannot ignore the fact that Usbongile cares about Uvusi is Ukwenzo rather as well, and Ukwenzo cares for Usbongile as well, and Ukwenzo is just not in a good space right now, he could use a friend, and guys, Unomalanga, did she not apologize to Usbongile? She did apologize and say, what, Usbongile, I know I was not like the nicest person to you, and I know like I did you dirty, and it's because really I was battling my own insecurities, and here you are, and change, guys, change, it's something that is very threatening in the beginning, but once you adjust some few things, you get used to the fact that okay, now things have changed, now this is how things are, it's easier, so Nomalanga does say that at first, she herself was battling insecurities, she was not happy about the change that was happening in her life, in Wenzo's life, and in everyone else's life. But for what is worth, she would love to apologize to Sbongile. Did Sbongile not become a bigger person and offer Nomalanga a hug? So Sbongile Kesana decided to pop in and come and see Ukwenzo. So of course, when Ukwenzo opened the door, I mean, he was like a bit annoyed, but as soon as he realized that it's actually Sbongile, look at that smile, you all. Look at the smile. Oh, Sana. This just says that I'm happy to see you. I'm relieved that it's actually you and it's not someone else. Like, oh my gosh, yay, wekayizini. Lesi smile, sisho yonke into, like ismile lesi sixoxa indaba nje. Ukwenza uhappy sana, and it seems like Sbongile actually remembered that when she first met Ukwenzo, she cooked pap and fish for Ukwenzo, and she was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. Did she not cook pap and fish? She cooked pap and fish, and she went and offered Ukwenzo food, which honestly it was a kind gesture, if you ask me, because when you're stressed sometimes you don't eat. You don't eat, you don't feel like food, you don't feel like you need food, your body need food and all that. You just feel like, as in, it's whatever, such is life. So obviously Ukwenzo lets Sbongile in the house, and they have dinner, lunch, whatever you want to call it, but I would say it was lunch because you get. So now Ukwenzo also offered to take Sbongile back home. Sbongile bingo Sbongile Usboshi. She was just like, no man, what do you mean? I don't mind, going to catch a cab and going back to race. And Ukwenzo is just like, this wouldn't be you, Sbongile, if you would have refused, if you would have, wanted something else. This is the Sbongile that I know. Of course, you would refuse and say, you don't mind taking a cab, but I also don't mind taking you back to rest. Like, really, that's what I want to do. I want you to take you back to rest. While they were still debating that, guess what happened? They had a knock on the door. And yeah, this is what worries me, is that they realized that it's Jabu. And Ukwenzo is just like, no, let me go and deal with it, right? And Ukwenzo goes to deal with it, as he put it. Then Sbongile hides. And then this just makes me wonder, oh, Sana, here is another love triangle. So we are done dealing with a love triangle. So now, into ingosbongile ke Sana, he have Jabu and he have Ukwenzo. And I'm just like, wow, guys, this is the craziest I've ever seen in my life. As the fact that nje Ukwenzo benosbongile bayohlezi beku-love triangle, cabanga. Yo, and the fact that Sbongile doesn't want Jabu to see her with Ukwenzo, it just makes her look like she's cheating. It makes her look bad. I get Unomalanga, our girl, as we know that she is also an influencer. She felt like, what, maybe she have to make a video, publicly announce that she and Kwenzo have separated. And in her video she really did not state why have they decided to go their separate ways, but she did say that, what, they would appreciate if like they could just be respected for the decision that they have made of deciding to go separately and pursue different things. The video here is being viewed by Ukwenzo, and here the helpers kesana nabo bazoviewa. Hey guys, indaba zabantu zizosibulala ngelinye ilanga, like I killed you not. So Ukwenzeni ke bingo ukwenzeni. Baby girl says that, what, Yena herself, she's actually relieved that Unomalanga is not her sister-in-law anymore. I mean, the other helpers actually does sympathize with Unomalanga to say, what, maybe Unomalanga might have not been the greatest person in the world, but really she just does not deserve what is happening to her right now. And also, to publicly announce like that she and Kwenzo have decided to go their separate ways. It's just you can tell through her eyes that she is hurting and all that. Anyway, guys, I still have a question for you all. What do you think Uvelepi's father is up to? Do you all trust that he is legit a genuine father? Oh, nje ubaba ozengomshikishiki. I am failing to trust that man. You all can judge me. You all can judge me, but I'm failing to trust that man. Anyway, this definitely does bring us to the end of the video. If you do love and enjoy our reviews, would give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will be back with the next one. Till then, please do stay blessed. I love you.